Should you do promoted listings? And I'm going to tell you that decision is up to you. But today's video, I am going to walk you through exactly what a promoted listing is, the 3 different ways that you can set up promoted listings. And then I am actually changing my promoted listing rate right now. And I'm going to walk you through how I'm deciding what rate I want, what all of the information that they give you is to make the best strategic decision for yourself. I'm not going to tell you, you need to be doing it at 2%. You need to be doing it at this, because your business model, your inventory, your bottom line is going to be different than mine. And I'm going to show you how to decide what promoted listing rate is best for you. Hey friends, if I am speaking too quickly for you, do feel free to slow me down. You can click up here on your YouTube screen, scroll all the way down to playback speed, and put me on the speed that is most comfortable for you. Now let's get back to it. So let's get into it. There is 3, actually, let's take a step back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, or you want a little bit more information about promoted listings is eBay is putting you're paying eBay to put your listings in their ad space, right? Like if you were to pay the newspaper to put an ad for your business, that's what you're doing. But you're doing it on eBay, the biggest e-commerce site in the world. You are paying to have ad space. And not only are you paying to have it on their site to promote it for you, more than just in your organic ways of it coming up, to put it in ad space and put it in front of potential buyers, you are doing it for direct marketing, right? So this means that as a buyer is looking for an item, if the buyer is out there looking for a red wagon, eBay's not putting your pair of jeans in front of them, because that's not likely they're not likely going to buy the pair of jeans, because that's not what they're looking for. They are putting it in front of potential buyers. So buyers who are looking for a pair of women's boot cut size 30 Wrangler jeans, if someone is searching for that and you have a listing that is the same thing or very similar, they're putting it in front of that buyer in hopes that it's going to get you more sales. So you are paying for this. If you are doing promoted listing standard, you choose a percent that you're willing to pay, and then if the item sells, you are paying for it once it sells. So there's low risk of being in the negative, in the sense of you're not paying for the item until it sells, right? If you were to take an ad out in a newspaper, you're paying for that. Whether you make any sales for it or not, you're paying for it. You are paying for it once it does sell. So there's 3 different ways to set this up, and then we'll go ahead and look at my information and my data, walk you through all of the things that you need to know to decide what is right for you, what rate is right for you. The first way I'm going to show you, if you are on one of your listings, you can scroll all the way to the bottom and you can click this promoted listings, and then it lets you set up your ad rate, and it lets you put out into a campaign if you have a campaign set up. So campaign is just all of the promoted listings that are this ad rate are in one little bucket. It's kind of like when if you have business policy set up, you can go into this campaign, and I'm going to show you in a minute, but you can go to this campaign. You can change things, you can look at information, you can look at data. I would definitely recommend running a campaign for similar type things. So if, let's say, you're doing a Christmas promoted, right? And all of your Christmas items you're putting into the same promoted listings, run a campaign so then you are able to look at the information. You're able to say, hey, this isn't working. I'm going to go in and quickly change it to whatever percent it is. Suggested means that this is what eBay is suggesting that you do it on. Of all of the other buyers on here, this is the percent that is going to get you in front of a lot of buyers. You can also add how much more that you're willing to spend based off of that, and how much you're willing, the suggested is 9, and I will go up to 11%. That's the most that I'm willing to pay. You can set it up by that. Doing it one by one is time consuming if you have a lot of past listings. Moving forward, it's pretty easy as you're listing, but if you're wanting to update some of your past ones, there's 2 other options. You can go into your listings, you can go to active. If you scroll down, you can do a quick edit edit in bulk. I'll link a video up here that walks you through step by step how to do it, because processing speed kind of starts to slow down as I do too much, and for the sake of time. But it's really easy. You can either click up here on the top and it'll select all of the ones that you have. So I have 50 items on this page. If I click edit here, I can edit those selected. If I want to do more than 50, or it goes up to 200 on a page, you can do edit 1 through 2,000. So you can do 2,000 at a time. Be mindful if you're going to do 2,000 at a time that it really is editing them and it is working. I've heard that it gets a little glitchy when you do too many at a time. So be mindful of that. The third way that you can do it is if you come to marketing and you go to your advertising dashboard, if you scroll down, you can create a new campaign. And this is going to put all of the items that you select into one campaign. You can name it. And then if you notice, there was a bunch of data up above that we're going to look at. Then you can look at different campaigns and see how they're doing, right? You can have a campaign for 10%, and then you can maybe try a campaign for 12% and say, hey, how did these compare to each other? Or you can say, hey, I want to have a pants campaign and I want to have a tops campaign, right? You want to have like different categories if that's how you choose that you want to do it. So I recommend doing it by a campaign. I think it's the easiest. And then you can also, similar to business policies, if you're running a campaign for, let's say, 17% promoted listings and you're like, whoa, that's way too high, you can go into the campaign like I'm going to do. You can go into the campaign. This is one of the campaigns I have going. You select edit, you can go in there, change the rate, and it takes you, minimal seconds. So I want to talk now a little bit about why I'm changing my campaign and how I'm deciding to do it. So I'm currently if you follow me, you kind of have been following my promoted listings. What am I doing recommendations? I've kind of been trying a bunch of different things because it's getting my impressions up. It's getting my sales where I want to be. A couple years ago, I didn't need to do promoted listings. I think the marketplace is getting more saturated. More people are promoting their listings. And so you have to keep up with the competition. But you have to do it in a way that is still going to make money for your business. And that's what I'm doing, is trying to figure out strategic ways to pay eBay a little bit more in promoted listings, but for it not to hit my bottom line. One of the ways that I've done is running lower sales. So on older inventory, I used to run a sale for 50%. Well, when I'm increasing my promoted listings, my items are now getting seen and they're actually selling higher. I'm not needing to discount it wasn't the price was too high. It's people were not seeing the item, right? And so I took some of the percent off of, let's say I was running a sale for 50%. I said, okay, now I'm only going to run it for 35%. That 15% that I was willing to take off of the price, I'm putting that 15% to eBay. I'm giving eBay 15% in promoted listings and getting my items in front of sellers. So my items are selling higher, but now, and my net's staying around the same. My net's actually increased, but my net is staying the same, or I'm making more money because instead of giving the discount or the sale price to the customer, I'm now just moving those funds over to have eBay promote my items, right? So that's one of the ways that I'm doing it. What I'm currently doing right now is I was at 17% trending suggested. It used to be called trending. Now they call it suggested. I was doing trending plus 10. I was doing trending plus 10 and capped out at 17. And I was honestly really comfortable with that. It was doing exactly what I wanted to do. However, if you've been following my YouTube lives, my Poshmark is just doing complete trash. And so I quit listing on Poshmark. I'll link a video up here of how that's going. Not the purpose of this video, but I quit listing on Poshmark and I was like, hey, let me try and put a couple more percent into my eBay to see if I can't make up those Poshmark sales from eBay, right? So I went up and I capped it out at 20%. I was willing to pay up to 20% in promoted listings on top of all of my other fees. I was willing to pay that. And here's why I'm changing it. Not because 20% is a really scary number, which it is, but I was hoping to get some of the money back from losing sales on Poshmark. Although, spoiler alert, I'm not. Keep an eye out for a video on that. But I am now looking at a campaign. This is why I like setting up campaigns, is I can select which campaign I want to look at to make informed decisions about, should I be doing this and at what rate? I'm looking at the sales metrics, and then I switched it 14 days ago. So I want to look at the past 14 days. I switched it from a cap at 17% to a cap at 20%. What did that do for me? Was it actually worth it? So I'm going to walk you through what each one of these metrics means, and then I'm going to talk high level what it's telling me specifically. So an impression is the item getting seen. How many impressions did I get this period compared to the previous 14 days? My impressions did go up. More items were more items were seen, 6.41%. My clicks, so of the people seeing these items, did they click on it, right? Yes, my clicks went up 4%. So this is telling me so far, hey, going up to 20% got me more impressions, going up to 20% got me more clicks, right? This is how we get more items sold. This is sold. 82 items from promoted listings from this campaign, 82 items sold. That's an increase in 6.49%. And my sales were up. This is gross sales, right? This does not include my ad fees. This is gross sales. My sales were up 16.36%. Now, this ROAS is a fairly new metrics to eBay, which I'm really glad that they have in here. It's return on ad spend. It's like a return on investment, right? For every ad spend that you are spending, what is your return? The higher the number, the better your return is. The better this investment is paying off in sales. If this number is really low, if this number is negative, promoted listings is not a good investment for you. Click-through rate. This is of the items that people are seeing, how many of them on your page views, how many of them are clicking on the item. You can see mine was down 0.1%, which, that's net neutral, to be honest. Sales conversion rate. Oh, the people who saw my promoted listings, 0.93% of people converted. My normal conversion rate is about 8%. So I'm getting more conversions from people who are doing promoted. My average sold rate, right? So this is my average sold ad rate. So on average, so I had it capped at 20%. It doesn't mean that I'm always paying 20%, but that's the most that I'm willing to pay. It averaged at about 18.7%, and that is a total of $556 in ad fees, right? So those are what all the numbers mean. Green means good, right? Green means good. Typically, it's an up arrow for green, and in this screen it is always an up arrow. In all of eBay screens, an up does not always mean good. So if it's green, that means it's up compared to the previous time period. I'm looking at 14 days. So I want to talk a little bit about what's red. The click-through rate I'm not concerned with because it's net neutral, right? The click-through rate stayed. However, if everything else was up and my click-through rate was down or net neutral, my click-through rate was not increasing at the same rate that my impressions were increasing at, right? One would think if I'm going to be paying more for this and I'm getting 6% more impressions, my people should be clicking on my items more. So I'm going to come back to that in a minute as well with the new strategy that I'm doing. But what I want to focus on is my return on ad spend. So this is actually down 0.53 points. It's not a huge decrease, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. But what this is telling me is I spent more, my average ad rate increase. I spent more in ad fees. I increased my ad rate, but my return on that I wasn't making more sales because I was paying more of a percent, right? This is actually down. Now, if this went up, then it was saying, hey, you're paying more and it's fruitful. You're paying more in ad spend. You're paying eBay more in promoted listing fees, but you're making more sales off of it. Now, the two things I want to note based off of this is my return on ad spend is down. It's only down 0.53%, and my click-through rate is down 0.5%. I'm not going to make a rash decision based off of this because I know my business and I know the time of year that it is and the time of the month that it is, right? So I did it at the end of February. People tend to not have as much money. At least in mine, I do women's fashion. So this is where you need to know your business as well. I do women's fashion, and in women's fashion, people tend to not have as much money at the end of the month. My sales on a regular basis, the beginning of the month, people just got paid. They paid their rent. They have a little bit of extra money. They're willing to spend a little bit more money. My sales at the beginning of the month tend to be significantly higher, maybe not always significantly depending on the month, compared to the end of the month. So while those numbers are down, while my return on ad spend is down, while my click-through rate is net neutral, I'm not willing to decrease it just yet. I'm actually going to give it another 2 weeks and look at a full month and say, hey, end of February, beginning of March, that is a full month, and say, is this actually fruitful for me now that people have a little bit more money? Were they not buying it because they didn't have the money, or were they not buying it because the promoted listing wasn't working? I'm inclined to think based off of my impressions went up, my clicks went up. However, my conversions, it didn't quite make it up for it. My conversions didn't go up at the same rate. So maybe people were clicking on it, people were seeing it. They weren't buying it because they did not have the money. So fingers crossed, make sure to subscribe to see what happens in the next 2 weeks. If I do actually, my theory is fruitful or not. And if I do actually want to go in and change those promoted listing fees. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, save, and share so more people can see it, and consider joining my memberships to help with more content like this.